Hello, everyone. Cari Elledge, candidate for Oklahoma Education Association Vice President, here with the next episode of Candid Candidacy. On today's episode, we will be talking about grants that you can receive for your local, for the state association, from the National Education Association, and or the National Council of Urban Education Associations, which is a caucus within the NEA. So I want to talk to you about some of the grants that Penn has received in the 9 years that I have been the president, and talk about the work that has gone into it and why it's so important to be able to apply for these grants so that you can do all the things that you need to do. You can engage your members, you can build capacity, you can build membership and recruitment, and you can really see who are the people that are willing to do the work in your association, in your local. So first, I want to talk about some NCUEA grants. The National Council of Urban Education Associations is a caucus within the NEA that's set up to have large locals. A lot of us are release time local presidents who are the leaders of these locals. The requirements to be a part of NCUEA, you have to have at least 500 members and the potential for 1,000, or you have to be sponsored by a current local. If you would like to be a member of NCUEA or would like more information about that, let me know, because that's really where the best PD happens association wise within the NEA, is through the NCUEA. Anyway, we've received quite a few grants through NCUEA. They're up to $5,000 and they can be used for all kinds of things. Early on, I was writing grants for things like Penn Spectacular, which is an event that we hosted early on in the school year just to kind of get people engaged and paying attention to stuff that's going on. We fed them, we had prizes and games, we did giveaways. It was just kind of like a welcome back kind of event. And we did this with collaborations of business partners across the community. One time we did it at a golf course. We've just done it all over the place, and the funds helped pay for that. We've also done visibility campaigns where we've ensured that we have signage that says my school is an A+ school because, my teacher is an A+ teacher because, and people could put those in their yards just like they would for a political candidate. T-shirts, those kinds of things that make you more visible in the community so people know who you are and what you do. We've kind of gotten away from some of those kinds of grants, and we've started more serious kind of working grants. So we had a super rep grant at one point where building reps could meet certain criteria, and should they meet that criteria, they got either their local dues or their entire membership dues back refunded to them for doing the work. So for being an engaged member, they got some of that money back. And then I'd really like to talk to you guys about the really amazing NEA grants that we've received from the Center for Organizing. We've gotten money to do stuff on racial and social justice, on helping our parents, educate our parents so that they can both properly advocate for their students, on community schools. Several years ago, when the evaluation model was changing and we had to either choose between the Tulsa model and the Marzano model, when Norman Public Schools chose the Marzano model, we knew that our leaders needed to be very, very in tune and adept in what things the Marzano model had. So we put together a cadre and sent different cycles of teachers from Middle and Norman together to the Marzano conference to learn and to be those experts in the evaluation that we were getting ready to implement. And they are still some of the best experts in Marzano in my local. So thank you for that if you're one of those people. And then finally, the last grant I want to tell you about is the one that we've gotten most recently. This was a collaborative grant that Tulsa, Middle, Putnam City, Moore, and Norman wrote together. And it was an organizing grant to ensure that we brought in people from labor notes, and specifically those who were trained in the Secrets of the Successful Organizer book that you may have heard me talk about on the organizing episode. And they came in and actually trained our members to be organizers. We did in-depth scenarios and icebreakers and all the kinds of things that, you really don't like to do whenever you're at these things. But it's that practice that helps us build that muscle memory so that we can become better organizers. Organizing is everything. NEA has the money to help us do the things that we need to do. If you would like help writing a grant, or you want advice or tips or any of those kinds of things, I'm your girl. I like writing grants. I like writing in general. So I'm happy to help. I hope that you find this video helpful, and I hope that you'll vote Cari Elledge for OEA Vice President. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe and warm, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Talk to you later.